Hello, everybody. I would like to do a Daredevil um, season 4, I guess. Reborn, um, episode 9. Like it was the final episode of the season, and I would just like to do a rundown of it and a review of it. So I guess technically it is season 1 of Reborn. Daredevil Reborn. Is it Reborn Again? Reborn Again? Daredevil Reborn Again. It's the um season 1 of that, but technically season 4 of the series. It was freaking epic. And let me just say there's going to be some spoilers in this. So if you don't want to hear spoilers for the show, don't watch or turn it off now. Basically, we all saw Murdoch get shot. He survives, obviously, because there's going to be another season. Um, when I turned this on, I wasn't 100% sure there was going to be another season. I heard rumors about it, but it looks definitely like there is going to be, and I'll get to that later. But um, it was an all-out war against, Fisk and his wife going against all the vigilantes. He really showed his true colors. It was pretty graphic in some of its nature, in some of the fight scenes. Fisk actually took his hands and crushed someone's skull. The guy that like is the older guy that's like the police chief that was like against Fisk, but he gave him like no choice because he was going to talk about his he was going to bring up to the media about his um affair with some woman in Philly. So he's like, I guess I gotta stick on, but he was kind of like doing things in the background to fight Fisk, and so it was pretty gruesome in that aspect. And Fisk totally reminded me of um, Trump and how he does whatever he wants, even though he's the mayor. He's supposed to be like a politician, and he has like people in cages in the basement. Uh, they ended up to save Murdoch. They got Punisher. He helped them get him out, but then it turns out that Karen Page got him to save him. And then a lot of the episode was Karen Page and Murdoch kind of helping each other out. Um, and they found out that the whole thing was about a deal that Foggy had uncovered, and that he basically didn't even know what was going on. It was a secret thing with Fisk and his wife, or maybe just Fisk's wife, that she was doing something illegal in the Red Hook area of New York, which I believe my dad told me was in Brooklyn, but kind of near Manhattan. Um, and so it was crazy. I mean, it was like um, total war uh, against the city. Basically, what's going on kind of in our world right now. I think that's going on with a lot of Disney fare, whether it be the new Captain America movie. A lot of their stuff is mirroring what's going on in our world with our corrupt politicians and our corrupt president. And it sorry to get political here, but it's totally mirroring what's going on here. And then in the end, Punisher actually got, you know, captured and put in a cage with the rest of it. Was almost like a zoo of people that Fisk had captured. And um so they kind of leave you hanging in the end, making you feel like the army that's going to fight the bad guys is everyone in the city, and they show different people, including his girlfriend, who is now working for Fisk. I don't know if she's like a villain, if they're going to turn her into a villain or not, but it looks like they're going to turn her into a villain, and or she's just totally oblivious to the fact that Fisk is evil because she's like his new like czar of therapy or whatever to the mayor's office. So, but they kind of left you kind of hanging like that this is going to be something that the whole city is going to have to fight back. Kind of like if this country falls apart, what people might have to do in this country. You know, at least protest. And make our voices heard. And that's basically what the message was of this episode, that the people are going to have to rise up and fight tyranny and whatnot. So I did see some parallels with our world and theirs. And then there was a scene at the end. So wait to watch the credits. There is a scene like in the middle of the credits of the Punisher escaping. He like fools this guy into talking to him, and hey, shake my hand. It's really cool that you're talking to me. He shakes his hand, he breaks his hand, and then the next thing you know, he takes his key. But they kind of go to black at that point. You kind of just assume he takes his key. And then at the way end of the credits, if you wait till the way end of the credits, it says that there's going to be a season 2. They basically announced there's going to be a season 2 of this iteration of the show. So, man, really good show. Again, like I said, it mirrors politics going on in our world, like a lot of Disney fare is actually doing now, which makes me believe that Robert Iger isn't a Trumper. He's a moderate Republican. So he probably, to allow that kind of, or maybe he just allows his creative teams to, do what they want. But I really liked it. I'm a little surprised they're getting a season 2 because the ratings for this were not as good as Star Wars The Acolyte, and that got canceled. But then with The Acolyte, not to get on a tangent, but The Acolyte, the past year or so of 2024, it actually was the second most watched show on Disney Plus. So maybe that'll come back eventually if the people at Disney are smart. But yeah, a little surprised that they just right away gave it a season 2 without even seeing the numbers of the ratings and stuff. That's kind of surprising to me. But I did really enjoy it. I did think it was great. Again, they left you hanging for a definite season 2. There was no like resolution to the story. But if I had to rate it, definitely a 10 out of 10. Definitely a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed the whole season. Really liked this show. And I will say that the fight scenes in this show are just as good as, if not better, than the original show. That's what you come for. You come for the fight scenes. The fight scene in Murdoch's apartment with Punisher and the cops. Oh my god, how cool. But I'm thinking, man, now he's going to have to fix up his apartment because they dropped some grenades and stuff in there and the whole place blew up. So, man, he's going to have to fix up his apartment. But yeah, really enjoyed it. And can't wait for season 2 now. That's going to be fun. I'm guessing we'll get it probably in for special effects and all that stuff. We're probably not going to see it till 2027 probably. Unless they're already working on it. I don't know. Maybe they were working on it simultaneously with this season. I'm not sure. Maybe that's why they let them have a season 2 right away. I don't know. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Highly recommend. If you haven't seen it, if you're on the fence about watching it, watch it. Binge it now that it's all out. I think if you liked the original 3 seasons, you're gonna love this and more. Really worth it. I know Foggy dies. Karen Page is not in most of it, but it's worth it. It's worth watching. It's fun. I would say one of my favorite, not my favorite, but one of my favorite Marvel shows that they've done. Okay, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you very much, and may the force be with you. And Marvel is freaking awesome. Just gonna say it.